Piano muchacho. Okay. The pieces. 1, 2, 3, let go.
Hey guys, it's amora.first here and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've seen me before. Today we are going to be talking about how to survive being a teacher without any experience. So I've got 5 tips. Numero uno is to believe and trust in your strengths. So for me, I've come to Spain to be an English language teaching assistant and with no experience whatsoever. And I must admit, I really was thrown in at the deep end. I remember my first day, the teacher I'm assisting, she literally was just like, so these are the things we want to cover today. Could you just introduce yourself to the kids and somehow follow this structure? And I was just looking at her like, so what? So for me, I had to remind myself that I'm here, I'm the one that's a native speaker in English. They're here to learn from me, as well as I'm here to learn from them, but mainly they're here to learn from me. And as long as I can convey that in a clear, understanding manner and know myself that I can speak English, so you're already winning. And not to doubt yourself. So although I've never had any teaching skills, I still have the abilities and capabilities to teach a class simply for the mere fact that I am a native speaker in English. So just remind yourself of your strengths and what you're good at. So if you're good at speaking in front of a class or speaking in front of groups of people, just play to your skills. So if you're a patient person and you know that you're a good listener, these are all good skills for being a teacher. So even if you haven't done anything, any training whatsoever, know your capabilities, know your strengths, and you will go far. Numero dos is to be prepared to accept that nothing goes to plan. Now for me, this is like one of the hardest things to accept because I am such a planner. I plan everything to the last detail, and so even for lesson planning, I take that very, very seriously. And so I have so many things I want to cover, or I try to fit everything to the last minute of how we're going to do it. And I remember when I had made my first lesson plan for my school, nothing went to plan. First, the computer wasn't working. Then I finally got the computer working, and then there was no sound, and I was just like, then I didn't make it. And then I made a backup plan, but the backup plan that I made, the kids didn't really understand it, like they found it a bit too difficult, and so that could be done, so I ended up just having to improvise. So it really will test your improvisational skills. Be ready to just improvise so much, and to just go with the flow of the class, and not to be too disheartened if your plans don't go exactly how you plan them. It's never going to go to plan. So we're not saying don't plan though. Always have your ideas of what you want to cover in the class, because you need to have some sort of structure, but don't plan it to the last detail and expect everything to go that way, because it's just not going to happen. There's always things that you can't anticipate, and sometimes it just doesn't go that way. So that is one tip I would definitely want you to take away with you. Number 3. It's a funny one, but it's very, very true. You need to get that handwriting on fleek. I'm telling you, especially with little kids, because I'm working in primary school as well, and I'm at a point where I teach like year 1s, 2 and 3. The like year 1s and 2s, and even year 3s are still at a point where they're still learning how to write. So when you're writing on the boards, you can't be writing in your messy handwriting. You have to. I don't know if you remember back in the day when you were learning how to write at school, you had those handwriting books and you had to just practice all the letters, and yeah, it's a bit like that. And they have handwriting is, when you learn your handwriting, there's a whole different style. So you have to make sure all the letters are joined. And if you don't have that and you're writing this messy, you need to fix it up for when you're coming to be teaching. I'm telling you. Because I remember my first few days and I was writing, and then the kids would be like, what's that letter? What's that one? How do you? And then I started to look in their books and their notebooks, and you can see like how they write. And how even textbooks, how they have their textbooks, it has like the handwriting for them when they write over it. So you have to write in the joint handwriting. And so definitely have neat handwriting for when you're ready to start teaching. Número cuatro. Damn, but you can't even. Número cuatro is more of a tip for if you're teaching in a foreign country, which is basically to pretend you don't speak the language. So I did that in the first few weeks of my teaching, and so the kids are all there talking in. Sometimes I'll be talking in Spanish, and then one time, some of the kids were misbehaving. They kept being silly, and then I kept telling them, "Can you be quiet, please?" But then they just kept like laughing and like whispering to their friends, like, "Oh yeah, she doesn't understand what I'm saying." So I must have gone over like, just listened, and I must have just switched on them in Spanish. And if you saw the shock on their face, it was so funny. And they were just like, "All this time you knew what I was like, yes, all this time. So yeah, I definitely say, I don't know if this is not necessarily, you don't have to do this one, but this is like a good thing just for getting the respect of the students, because sometimes when they do, obviously they're kids, there will be times when they don't behave well or something like that. So if this is like a tip, if you want to kind of stamp out your authority and just remind them, hey, don't take advantage of me because you think I can't speak your language. I can, and then you'll be all good. So number 5, my final one, is that you ask for help. Thankfully, you're in a place where you're surrounded with teachers that have experience. So you're not alone, and you can get so much advice and tips from them. And always ask questions anyway. If you always want to grow and learn more, ask questions. Never be afraid to ask for help, and you shall be just fine. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram as well if you wish. I post a lot of pictures of just Spain life and different kind of stuff about Spain that I've seen, things that I like. So until then, I shall see you in my next video, guys. Stay true to you.